The news around the Vlahović injury goes from bad to worse, way worse than expected. Now what for Juve, and what is Spalletti's plan? Will it kick off tomorrow in the Coppa Italia? Let's break it down in your Juve news. We kick things off with the obvious, the big one of the day, Vlahovic's injury. Originally expected to see him out for 5 to 6 weeks. Well, today we get confirmation on a tendon injury, a high-grade tendon injury in the left adductor. So now it is at least 2 months out. If surgery eventually ends up being required, it could be 3 to 4 months out. This is a big blow, as he was helping the team soften the blow on the fact that Openda and David haven't hit the ground running with life at Juventus. But now it is going to be up to finding alternatives for Juventus and Spalletti. Will those alternatives kick off in the Coppa Italia tomorrow? More on that in a bit, because while we get bad news on Vlahović, we get some good news on Bremer. He is very, very close, but Napoli might be too close. He could be back in the squad list in our Champions League match against Pafo. So good news there. Now, getting back to the Coppa Italia, getting back to Spalletti's plans. Now, it is expected that we could see Yildiz as a false 9 with 2 supporting players, and at times one of them could be Openda or David. Now, do you want to see that? Because the other alternatives are a 2-striker setup where Yildiz makes up the second striker and we get a supporting player in behind 2 strikers, and one of them could be Miretti. And again, it is expected that we see Miretti tomorrow in the Coppa Italia from the start. We are also expected to see Ed and Gigrova, though. So for me, I'm not thinking we are going to end up seeing a 2-striker setup. We are probably going to see the same thing we have seen. All right, one of those strikers will be used, either Openda or David, tomorrow against Udinese. What do you believe is the best way to handle the Vlahović injury? Just 1-for-1 with one of Openda or David, or do we need to change the setup? Hit me in the comments. Now, when it gets to the month of December, as we are at December 1st, this is your list of fixtures for Juve, and it kicks off tomorrow in the Coppa Italia against Udinese. Real quick question, an easy one. What do you believe our record will be in the month of December? Hit me in the comments. Let's mix it up. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe on YouTube. And join us tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, when we get ready for that Coppa Italia tie. Fino alla fine, Forza Juventus.